by and large, the Gunners pretty efficient today.
Yeah, and they'll be very pleased to get the clean sheet, but it's about Joe Willock today. Showed in that first half that he's worth a place in this Arsenal team. Maybe we'll see him more and more in the second half of the season, maybe even in the Premier League, because today he didn't look out of his depth at all, supporting the front men, getting forward, getting 2 goals, and then Alex Iwobi just sealing it late on for a well-earned and deserved victory.
A double for Joe Willock, Alex Iwobi with the 3rd, Arsenal through to the 4th round of the FA Cup. Much more to discuss back at the Emirates. Nick, all yours full-time, Blackpool 0, Arsenal 3.
Thanks very much, guys. As always, an amazing job by Dan and the commentary team. Arsenal, 3-0 winners, clean sheet. Adrian, Joel, how you feeling?
Happy days.
Buzzing. Easy peasy, really, isn't it? Like, didn't really break a sweat. It could have been more. I think 3-0 was quite a flattering score. I don't know what you think.
No, well, yeah, look, Eddie Nketiah should have had 3 in the first half. Probably, we had a couple disallowed, didn't we, as well? It could have been serious damage for Blackpool, but in truth, the second half wasn't as good as the first. I didn't think it flowed as well. It was we got a little bit casual with it, but when you win 3-0 away from home, potential banana skin, you've got to be happy.
Yeah. I mean, social media at the moment is awash with a lot of Arsenal fans discussing the academy players who were playing today, including Joe Willock. Hello to George, who says Willock was already talented last season, but this year he has progressed so much and is now getting his rewards. Much more tactically aware now. Hello to James as well, saying more than anyone else, Joe Willock has been benefiting from Freddie Ljungberg this season, deployed in a more advanced role, timing runs into the box superbly. You can tell he's also a better player now. Anita as well saying, commentator calls Willock Joseph as if his mum and poor Joe hasn't cleared his room in 2 months. I mean, it's not surprising that Willock is stealing the headlines today. I mean, he got 2 great goals. Could have had a hat-trick as well.
Could have. I mean, he's very unlucky, wasn't he? Goal disallowed. Was offside, so no complaints about that. Sia Kolasinac just went too early with the run. But no, look, he scored 2 goals. I thought his general play was good. It was solid all around, some nice passes from Willock. Really interesting, they were talking there about benefiting from Freddie Ljungberg's coaching. Of course, Freddie Ljungberg was fantastic, wasn't he, at making those runs into the box. So
genius.
What better coach to have working with him on a daily basis? So look, great night for him. And look, I believe now that he scored 2 goals here, he'll certainly play in the next round, and we'll probably see him in the Europa League against Bartek Borisov. Yeah. Going to get more opportunities to shine.
Exactly. Future Arsenal legends, Joel.
Hey, you never know, you know. I mean, for me, it's too early to say, really, isn't it? Because we've seen it before. I think the advantage is that he has is that this is a new Arsenal, and Unai is pretty straightforward. If you play good, you will get your opportunity. So I reckon all he's got to do is keep working hard. Yeah. And
well, as we were talking earlier, you think he's still got some growing to do, don't you? In terms of his body,
physically.
I think that will make him an even more powerful player. Clearly, he's still quite skinny, isn't he?
He is, but he's young.
But no, he's got a lot of talent, and I've seen him play that deeper role where he can just prompt and pass the ball. But now that he's got added goals to his game, then look, it's the real package. Long way to go before we can talk about him being a regular, but he's got a chance.
Yeah, and he's getting all the headlines, rightly so, today. But one of the players, Adrian, that you spoke about, Eddie Nketiah, getting a lot of love on social media still as well. Hello to Charles. Nketiah's movement is so good, but he desperately needs a goal. You can see with each miss this season how much it's playing on his mind. John, not quite sure why Eddie Nketiah got so much criticism. I know his finishing should have been better, but his movement off the ball was exceptional today.
It's true, it really is. If you, I'm going to do the breakdown of the game as I always do, and I just feel that his movement was superb. The way he bent his runs.
You touched on it, didn't you?
Yeah, the positions he took up in between defenders, he was always on the move. Yes, the finishing matters. Of course it does. He's a striker, and he'll be absolutely devastated. I know for a fact now he'll be sat there like this, head down. He'll be fed up, but he'll pick himself up. And when he analyses his own performance, when the coaches go through it with him, they'll say, look, you did this well, you did that well. There's loads of stuff that he did well. His hold-up play was good. So he doesn't need to beat himself up. He'll get another chance, and I back him to come good. I really do.
And that's the thing. It's going to be very important for him to go away and work on that self-belief, because we know he can finish. So it's not like he really needs to work as such on the finish. And I think it's more the occasion. That's what I put it down to.
He has to prove, I guess, he'll feel now he has to prove that he's got the temperament to
Yes.
play at the highest level. Because
Exactly.
people will now level this at him. They'll say, yeah, he's talented, but in the moments that matter, he gets flustered. I don't believe that's true. Tonight, it was just one of those nights for him, but he has to get out there as soon as possible and prove people wrong.
Yeah.
And top strikers have those nights as well. You know,
course
it's not just young players as well. And there's still a lot of support for him on social media here. We can see this from Haz. In my opinion, alone is the worst option for him. Needs game time at Arsenal and Arsenal alone. Because again, lots of people always scream for loan deals for young players, but actually sometimes a loan's not the answer, Joe.
Yeah, it depends. It really depends. For sometimes it can be fantastic. I mean, I you know, let's be honest, for Reece Nelson, that's been fantastic this season. But it depends on the person. It depends on, you know, what they're like away from home. It depends on the coaches, where they go in the new area, in the new club. So it's really hard to say. I think the coaches and only Eddie will know what's best himself.
Exactly. It depends on the team as well. Yeah, you're a striker.
Yeah.
You don't want to be playing for a bottom team.
Yeah.
Where you're waiting 80 minutes for a half a chance. You want to be playing for a top team, and top teams don't take you on loan as readily, do they, unfortunately? So it's a difficult situation. I think at the moment, I don't see him going out on loan this season, certainly not with Danny Welbeck out.
Yeah.
We will need him. And, yeah, look, I just hope that he'll get more opportunities.
Well, that's Nketiah and Willock done. Iwobi next. And have a look at this tweet, guys. I'm going to get your opinion on this. LT Arsenal says, maybe we're having unrealistic expectations of Alex Iwobi when it comes to the final third. Don't even think his position is to play on the left. He'll probably end up deeper in midfield because his biggest strength is to resist pressure and help us build the play. Now, I wanted to get both of your opinions on that. Do you think that could be something that rings true?
Well, when I first saw Alex Iwobi in the first team, he was a striker at one point in the youth team, but quickly dropped back. I saw him play central midfield in the first few games, FA Cup games, probably about 4 years ago, and he's really good in the midfield three, in that deeper role. I think he links play great. He receives it on the half turn, runs with it, and then his decision making is good. I do think I don't think he's a natural winger. I don't think he's a great crosser of the ball, but he's a very handy player, and his development this season, whether you like him or don't like Alex Iwobi, he offers plenty to this team. So much power, and he's improving, you know, with every month that passes by, in my opinion. I think he's turning into a key man for Unai Emery. Maybe not in the best 11 yet. Sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't, but he's getting there.
Do you think there's a comparison to be made with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in that sense then? Because he always wanted to be played in the middle and was often played out wide, Joel, you know.
That's a good one. I think that's a good point to make, to be honest with you. I actually thought about that the other night when I was watching Liverpool play. I thought, gosh, you know what? First of all, I thought Ox has got a lot of work to do when Shaqiri comes back. But then I thought, you know what? Sometimes you never know what could happen. If you're looking at Iwobi, I do believe he needs to improve in the final third, just like we did believe that Ox did. But you know what? Just give him time, you know, give him time.
I think Ox has probably got more talent, if I'm being brutally honest. Yeah, I do, yeah. I'm not saying Iwobi isn't a talented guy. I just think Oxlade-Chamberlain is almost obscenely talented. I think he can do anything. I think his future is really bright once he comes back from his injury. With Iwobi, I think there are certain limitations, but that's not to say he can't be a key man. He's a great link player between the midfield and the attack. We've just got to use him in that role and appreciate what he does. But it's tough. It's Arsenal, and Arsenal are able to sign world-class players, and being a good player sometimes not good enough, is it? We have such high expectations here.
I was going to say the fans always demand the best as well at Arsenal, you know, you see that. Before we let you guys go and before we finish up the show, got to ask you, who would you like Arsenal to draw in the next round?
Well, Spurs here. Spurs. No, not really. Who would I like us to... Look, I think someone easy at home.
Yeah,
I mean, you just want, you know, Accrington Stanley at home, AFC Wimbledon at home. I know those two teams are through. You want a game where you can play the kids again, where you can play the kids and just give the main guys a breather.
I would like AFC Wimbledon personally, just because they're not going to win it anyway. But and they're a bit of a local team as well. So for me, it will be a good day out once we beat them. And that's it, really, to be honest with you.
One word sign off for today, then, from you both.
I think it was uplifting today.
Uplifting.
Encouraging.
Yeah. There you go. Right, thank you to Adrian and also to Joel from Cheeky Sport. Thank you to watching as well, for watching, I should say. Join us again, Arsenal Nation Live, next week, Saturday, for the West Ham game. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.